This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm Kaylee O'Kelly with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. The COVID-19 variant Omicron is stateside now. The infected person is vaccinated, a traveler from California who just got back from South Africa. This person experienced minor symptoms and we're told is improving and was again also fully vaccinated. The person will stay in quarantine and all of the individual's close contacts have so far tested negative. The Biden administration is expected to extend the federal mask mandate for public transportation. It requires people to wear masks on planes, trains, and buses, and inside train stations and airports. The mandate was set to expire January 18th. Across the nation, more than 2 million Americans do live in public housing. These are homes provided for and often maintained by the federal government and your tax dollars. But in recent years, many of those facilities have fallen into disrepair. Our Joe St. George has a closer look.
The Park Morton apartments from the outside may not look like much.
I want to welcome you all to my neighborhood.
But for Shantae High, this is home.
This is where game night, movie nights, and stuff like that would happen.
But there's a problem here.
And there it is.
Her home has fallen into disarray.
This is the broken, cracked paint.
From issues with the ceiling to issues with the walls.
There was a mouse hole here.
Units in her community have simply not kept up with the times. Homes in Park Morton, she says, have looked like this for years.
Why was this never fixed?
The backlog of work order tickets that never got done.
Shantae's public housing conundrum is hardly an isolated case. According to the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment officials, the country is facing an $81 billion public housing repair backlog. Here at Park Morton, Washington, D.C. leaders concluded it was better for many residents to just move to other parts of the city and into better units. Shantae says that sounds good on paper, but when you move people, you take away community.
So many of the people here, I love them and we made some great memories, People look at us in the projects or the hood. They don't see the quality of life of the people that can come from destitute.
Shantae's emotional plea, as well as others, has gotten the attention of Congress. Currently, the Build Back Better bill includes $65 billion to improve conditions in public housing. Of course, there remains plenty of opposition to the legislation, with Republicans fearing too much government spending can make inflation worse. Shantae fears if nothing is done, public housing communities around the country will be lost.
We need it.
In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
Happening today, HMS Host employees will return to work there at Sky Harbor Airport. The concession and restaurant workers beginning their strike before Thanksgiving, calling for raises and affordable health benefits. And when they go back to work, they say that they will also return to the negotiating table. His art, it's iconic. Glass sculptor Dale Chihuly's pieces are back at the Desert Botanical Garden for a third time with all new installations to see. His work has been showcased. It was here in 2008 and then again in 2013, and here we are 8 years later, it's back.
If you've seen the previous shows, you're going to see something very different. If you haven't been to these amazing gardens, you must. This is just really something special here in Phoenix.
It's amazing how his works too are just so well intertwined with the botanical gardens there. So far, this year's show, the garden has also opened an indoor gallery featuring more of his glass works of art and drawings to paintings he's done. The exhibition will run Friday, and I should say it will open Friday, and it's going to be here through next summer, so you do have time to see it. If you go, reservations are required. Masks are required when you're indoors, like inside the gallery. And then, of course, you could take it off when you head outside to explore the beautiful trails. Tickets will run you $15 to $40.
Another warm day. Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Rodriguez with a check of that most accurate forecast. Looking at our daytime highs across the state today, reaching the low 70s in Sedona, upper 60s in Prescott and Payson. Flagstaff, we're going to top out at 59 there, with upper 50s to low 60s through Heber, Winslow, Show Low, Window Rock, also out to the Grand Canyon as well. Upper 70s and low 80s out to our west and southwest too. So a warm day ahead of us here. We'll start things off a little bit more on the mild side. Lunchtime rolls around. It's feeling really good by by then. We're talking 77 degrees with this afternoon, a high of 82. But here's the thing, our record is 84. We should be topping out in the upper 60s for this time of year, but we won't see that. A brief dip into the 70s tomorrow and Saturday before the 80s return. And then some slightly cooler air is going to be coming our way, dropping things into the mid 70s as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Also watching a system right now, only a 10% slight rain chance on Tuesday.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.